Hey everybody, Jamie here, New England Haunter. Welcome back to the graveyard. It's been too long. Reason being is because all the props that you see in the background, they are part of my yard haunt display. So once September hit, they all went out into the graveyard. And now that Halloween is officially over, we are back in business here in this studio. So before we get started on today's video, I just want to say thank you so much for all my supporters and subscribers, old and new. It's been a fantastic year. I've made a ton of friends, both through just regular subscribers as well as other yard haunters and YouTubers. It's been quite a 2025. So really looking forward to next year. In today's video, I want to talk about Halloween Day. It'll be an update for you guys. I know a lot of people had a very, very poor experience for Halloween weekend. Really, the entire weekend was shot for some people because of this weather that we've had. The wind was horrendous. I spoke with a lot of folks that had to shut it down. They weren't able to even get it up and running. It was awful. So I feel a little guilty complaining about my day when I ended up having a fantastic Halloween. It was the best one to date. I mean, hundreds of kids, families. It was excellent. Other than the situation with the wind, we're going to get into that. I set in a number of haunt updates that I had taken Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off for Halloween week just to tie up any loose ends. And I kept saying in all of my update videos, I'm in really good shape. I'm in really good shape. I said that a number of times. I'm sure I jinxed myself looking back. I was in really good shape. When it came to Thursday night, the night before, we just had a torrential downpour. It rained and rained and rained. And then later in the night, this wind started. So by the time I got up Friday morning, made my coffee, went outside to see the damage, I did have some tombstones knocked over, which doesn't happen too often the way I have them staked in the ground. So I had that going on. My crypt dweller was broken. My foam pumpkins were just all over the place. So I knew at that point that I had a lot to do, especially being that the wind never really died down. It just kept going, and as the day progressed, it just got worse and worse. So I would put the foam pumpkins, I'd set them all back up. 5 minutes later, they're rolling around like bowling balls. So I was able to fix that situation. I ended up cutting probably a good 7 or 8 inch pieces of wood, kind of like makeshift stakes, staked them into the ground, and then I would slip the pumpkins right over the top of the stakes. So they never moved for the rest of the night. That was fantastic. So once I got that squared away, I realized my crypt dweller, the string had broken on the back of what actually moves the head on it. Fixed that, and then it wouldn't power up. And I couldn't, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to troubleshoot it. Once I got down to where the plug was, something had chewed through the wire. I'm assuming probably a rabbit. We get lots of rabbits at nighttime. Weirdest thing. So I had to splice that back together. Now, these are just things that I wasn't planning on, right? So after fixing that, I went and got Gary Trooper, who's a groundbreaker. I did a previous video on him. And as soon as I took him out of the loft and set him down, his head fell off, really. I couldn't get it to stay on. I ended up having to put a wooden brace in and tighten everything up. And I finally got that up and running. Like an hour and a half later, I haven't even started putting out all my controllers, my speakers, sensors, everything that I had planned on doing that day, and kind of kicking back and taking it easy, Once I reached that point, the wind just got worse and worse. I mean, it was bad. My zombies were getting knocked over. I had to restake those a number of times. It got to the point where I was starting to get nervous because I had to pick my wife up. I had to leave my house at 3:30. The plan was to go pick her up, and then she had put in an order for pizzas and wings for the kids because they were all going to come help with the trick-or-treating. So I had to have everything done and ready by 3:30 p.m. I finally reached a point, it was probably about 3 o'clock. Everything was in place, up and running. I did some testing, the thunder and lightning, the sensor, everything worked. It was fabulous. So what I did before I left to pick up my wife was I reset my timer. Now my timer has been set up this entire season to kick everything on about 5:30 p.m. That's when it gets dark. So I'm like, you know what? it's got such a great vibe right now. I had my foggers, everything out. I'm going to turn the timer on for 4 o'clock, so it'll still be daylight, but you know, people that are passing the house, walking their dogs, kids coming home from school, they'll get a little bit of the action, you know. So changed it to 4 o'clock. Now, left the house at probably a little after 3:30, went and picked up my wife, went to the pizza joint, which it's a great pizza place, but it's on the opposite side of town, right? So I picked her up. We're at the pizza place. We just got the pizzas and wings. I get in my truck. My daughter calls me. And she said, hey, I just got to the house. You know, I'm just curious to know, did you lay down all of your props in the graveyard? And I'm like, what do you mean lay down? And she said that, well, all the zombies are laying down and some of the tombstones, I thought maybe you put them over, the taller ones. And I'm like, no, you know, FaceTime me. So she goes out into the display and she's FaceTiming me. So much stuff fell over, pretty much everything. Now, it wasn't, that's one thing for them just to fall over. But I activated everything to come on at 4 o'clock. So with the sensors and everything, the animatronics that got knocked over, the motors are still going in them. So it was the most horrible feeling because I'm 12 minutes away with lights and stuff. Every light was red when I hit it, of course, you know. My stomach is just churning. My wife's trying to calm me down. I finally get to the house. Thank goodness, man. My daughter is awesome. She knows my props. So she was able to kind of get a lot of them back up to how they should be, the tombstones and stuff. But yeah, my 8-foot obelisk from Home Depot, which I'm really surprised that thing got knocked over because that's staked down pretty good. That thing went down. It took out a tombstone, completely wrecked it, a foam tombstone. That was one that I made. So that was trash. My cauldron creep got knocked over, and all the creepy cloth that was attached to him got caught up in the reindeer motor. My 7-foot Grim Reaper, he got knocked over, same type of deal. He got some of the clothing caught in the motor. Steve the zombie fell completely in half somehow, knocked over my chain link fence. It just, guys, it was the most horrific thing because at that point I had 45 minutes till showtime. So basically everything that I had done up to that point was wrecked. So it was all hands on deck, myself, my daughter. We were able to get everything back up and running probably in like 40 minutes. It was like, I couldn't even believe it. You know, I mean, again, thank goodness my daughter, she's awesome. At that point, all I had to do was go put on my Indiana Jones costume. And yeah, the trick-or-treaters started coming. It was fabulous. Again, it was the largest amount of kids we've ever had. It was hundreds of kids. There were 4 times, I think, throughout the course of the night where we got some pretty high gusts. So Cauldron Creep did end up going down one more time. Then Walter fell over again, one of my zombies. So it reached a point where every time there's a big gust, me and all the kids would grab a certain prop and hold it. So again, huge shout out to my son, his girlfriend, my daughter, her boyfriend. They were so awesome and so helpful. I definitely couldn't have done it without them. Now I did try to get video, but you know, I like to be in the moment. You know, you put all that hard work, blood, sweat, and tears to go into it. I like to be able to just step back and watch everybody's reactions with the jump scares and just the kids and the excitement, which I did. I got just a few little spots of some video, which I will show that to you guys at some point. Yeah, I'm really lucky here. We got a great neighborhood, and even, you know, like the nearby neighborhoods in the next town over. I mean, everybody was so respectful and just really, really, really nice. I'm still on a high. I mean, we had a fabulous, fabulous time here. And I think part of it was because it was a Friday, you know. And I didn't even think about that until a couple days prior. One of my neighbors said, hey, it should be super busy. It's a Friday night. And I'm like, I didn't even think of that, you know. So now I'm excited for next year, being it'll be on a Saturday, of course. And then what are the chances? I mean, knock on wood, I shouldn't say it out loud, that we're going to get hurricane effect, you know, weather during Halloween night. So, but I hope everybody had a great Halloween. And again, I can't thank you guys enough You guys are awesome. And I do this all year round, guys. You know, we're going to be doing Halloween stuff 365, so you will hear from me very soon. I will be probably doing something around the holidays for you. I'm going to take a little bit of time off, kind of recharge the batteries, and I'll be giving you guys an update as far as next year goes. So again, I thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.
How long did it take you to set this up?
2 months.
2 months?
Pretty much, yeah.